Hello, Joy here of Radical Joyfulness, and I wanted to share with you my card reading that I do for myself every month as a soulpreneur. And so what I do is I ground, I do some incense, light some incense or some sage, and then I pull from my 3 favorite decks at the moment. So that would be the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell, the Divine Feminine deck by Meggan Watterson, and the Sacred Creators Oracle deck by Chris Ann. And this is a reading that I do for myself, like I said, every month. And so I decided that I really would like to offer that to all of my entrepreneur friends as well. So if you would like a reading at any point, you decide, hey, I really want a reading to see kind of what's up for the next month. What do I need to be aware of? And where can I look for support both internally and externally, then this is going to be a really good reading style for you, and I would be happy and very honored to do one for you. So this is going to be a collective reading for the month of November 2022, and let's dive right in and see what the universe has for us. But first, I'm going to light my sage. Breathe in deep with me. Set the stage. Rub your hands together. Feet flat on the floor. Put your hands down on your legs, grounding into the ground, into the earth, Mother Earth, and all her energy. Guides and angels on my right, guides and angels on my left, guides and angels in front, guides and angels in back, to balance and harmonize this session and allow nothing but the highest, the truest, and the best to manifest upon us now. And so it is. All right, so we're going to get started with the Work Your Light deck. This is going to be a card for what does your head need to know about this next month? What does your body need to know? What do you need to keep in mind about your body for the next month? And what does your heart need to know? So let's see what comes out. Oh, that was our head. And these can apply if you're an entrepreneur or not, as these pertain to self-growth. So even if you haven't started a business or thinking about starting a business, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's what our body needs to know. It's really about what's coming the next month. The Sacred Creators is the one that's really more entrepreneur specific. And there's our heart. Okay, so again, this is from Work Your Light Oracle. So our head. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Ooh. November is an exciting month. Priestess. This is an inquiry card. Like we guessed, how are you being called to step up and lead? In this deck, there's inquiry cards, there's action cards, there's activation cards, and there's transmissions. So this is an inquiry. And the Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You do not need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who doesn't make any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It is by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward to. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel the call to lead, chances are it is because at some point in your life, you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You do not need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way. Just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. And here's the inquiry. How are you being called to step up and lead? How can you be the leader that you wish you had? So really sit with these questions. Sit with the description that I just read from the book. This is what your head needs to remember and keep in mind over the next month. Remember that the difference between a follower and a leader is that the leader has the courage to go first. And let your life be the message. You don't have to have everything freaking planned out. Everyone has a message, no matter whether they're an entrepreneur or not. Everyone has a message to share because everyone has a medicine to share. And it's absolutely beautiful when we authentically share who we are and what we're going through. So this next month, when your head tries to tell you things and you start to wobble, remember you are a priestess. You're here to step up and lead. If you are watching this video, you are here to step up and lead, my friend. Where are you being called? When your head starts to wobble, tell fear to get in the back seat because you're doing this thing. Love it. All right. What does the body need to know? Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Come on. Okay. You go first, the universe will catch you. So really what I'm getting for this is that this is an action card. So we just heard for the head, for what our head needs to know is that we are being called. Well, now our body needs to know that we take this next step and the universe is going to catch us. So especially because this came for the body, position in the reading. What we really want to do is just sit with our fear. Take a look at it. Sit with it. One way is to just put a hand on your heart and a hand on your solar plexus area, just right under your rib cage. Just take a deep breath in, breathing in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4, and out for 4, 2, 3, 4. And you do it in a few cycles, and you just breathe into what you're feeling when you think about that fear. And the fear is generally because you are trying to figure everything out, or that you're trying to do it all on your own. And the universe is trying to remind you here that take the leap. You are ready. You are being called to lead. Sit with your fears. Journal it out. Give it to the universe. The universe has got you. And I have chills as I say this. Ooh, November is going to be so exciting, you guys. Love it. What does the heart need to know? Heart protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. Which is so awesome because I just won a cord cutting session with the amazing Jen Thomas, which I will link to her Instagram in the comments, because she runs an amazing spiritual club. She is working on becoming a Hay House author. She's absolutely amazing. I would highly, highly, highly recommend working with her. But as far as back to the card, I got sidetracked. Woohoo! Anyway, protection. Call back your power. Your heart needs to know that who you are right now is not who you're going to be at the end of November. Or when you face one of these things that you may fear. Call back your power. Do a cord cutting ceremony for yourself. If you are unfamiliar, there are several out on YouTube. And as I said, Jen does an incredible one that she leads on a call. But every time we have an energetic attachment to something, an outcome, a person, we have energy attached to it. And so what this is doing is this is calling back in all those energy leaks, that all those things that are draining your power, is calling that back into yourself so that you can really step up and lead, because you don't have so many energy leaks pulling at you, so that you can leap and know that the universe has got your back. You are divinely protected. Oh, and I get chills. So remember this next month when you are starting to have a wobble that you're a motherfucking priestess and you are being called to lead. Okay? Your body needs to know that it's okay to feel the fear, but it's okay to let it go. And that you leap and the universe is going to catch you. And you may be surprised at how amazing it is when it catches you. And your heart needs to remember that you are divinely protected and it is time to call back in that power. Now, next, I like to pull a card from the Divine Feminine deck by Meggan Watterson. And this allows me to connect in with the Divine Feminine, of course, but really connect in with that feminine energy, with the divine guidance, with the more spiritual woo kind of things. I've been looking into Persephone and the dark shadow side of the maiden and the warriors and like all of those archetypes, and studying more of the Christ consciousness on my own personal journey. And so I just like to check in with the divine feminine and just kind of see what guidance we need over the next month, because it's always such a deep, fundamental, spiritual, hits you so hard kind of message. Can't make this up. All right, we get Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. Does not matter what circumstances. I am myself. And I am enough. Oh, I love this message. So as we're stepping up and leading, we are stepping into who we truly fucking are. All right, so she was a Catholic saint who lived in the 3rd century Carthage, which is modern-day Tanzania in North Africa. Her name is derived from Latin, meaning continuous. So even though she was told she couldn't worship and have faith in Christ, and was continually told that she must renounce, she refused. All right, so the message that we need to keep in mind. When we find the courage to be true to who we are, a vitality returns to us. A voice that's both moving and compelling simply because it's authentic. This saint's words in her very personal and emotional diary were so impactful that 200 years later, the renowned church father Augustine would write about their beauty and truth. This saint suggests that there is no greater power than choosing to remain our authentic self in all circumstances. She's that person who remained loyal to her soul, and she urges us through her example to embrace the power of being authentic now. Even in the face of death, she courageously held fast to her truth, that she was a Christian. Her right hand reveals the Christ mudra. She also reminds us that journal writing can be a sacred act of returning to ourselves, of listening to the soul voice inside us, and of going inward to find our answers. Perpetua is a call to a journal writing practice, even if it is just to record our dreams each morning. The inner voice that greets us as we write strengthens our authenticity. That voice becomes a light, a fire that calls to us and claims us as we dare to live out its truth. What is the truest statement I can say about myself? That's a really good journal prompt for each day if you wish. I am going to take her challenge of journaling every day, and I will keep track of that on my Instagram stories, so come keep me accountable. At Radical Joyfulness on Instagram. Because when we write and journal about what we're thinking, about what we're feeling, it is like holding a mirror. And sometimes, if you're anything like me, you just don't even you don't even know sometimes what you truly think about something until all of a sudden it's on the page. And a amazing journal coach, if you are looking for one, is Claire Baker of The Journal Vibe. She runs an incredible business journaling club. If you're interested in that, I will put her details down in the bottom as well. So remember, in all circumstances, we can be ourselves. And it is safe. It is safe to be ourselves. And really and truly, it's a waste of our life to try to be someone else anyway. The last card is the Sacred Creators Oracle. And what do we need to know over the next month in our soul or heart-centered business? And as well, if you were to purchase a reading, you can also upgrade, and we can have a conversation with how your personal cards tie in with your human design. So if that's something you're interested in, the link will be down below. What do we need to know? External validation. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's a real light pink kind of color. Come on. Anyway. External validation, and it's got like a geometric type of headphones. The card essence is find your own vibe, your own beat, effortlessly attracting a tribe because your inner light, tuning out the noise of external validation and listening to your own heart. Oh my goodness, I am in love with this card already. All right, guys, so this is what we need to remember for the month of November. The path to success straddles two sides of external validation. On one side, external validation builds you up and gives you this encouragement and support to continue. On the other side, you need to learn how to tune it out in order to hear and really tune in to your own vibe, and really take those creative risks that you are longing to take. When you are gifted external validation, it whispers, continue. We love what you're doing. We want more. It can be wonderfully supportive and reassuring, and it can give you a small boost of positive momentum. Allow praise to add excitement to your work. Accept the supportive comments as positive proof that other people enjoy what you're creating. Save the most exuberant of them to use as testimonials without falling into the cycle of needing external validation. Validation from others can be terribly addictive, and it can become far too important if you give too much power. When you rely on it instead of relying on your own acumen and intuition to decide something's value, the absence of positive external validation can be a creative killer. And I can attest to this one. Oh my gosh. The need for it can be a creativepreneur's enemy numero uno. If you seek it incessantly or allow it to guide your creative decisions. Accept the positive when it's there, and in its absence, be your own creative cheerleader. Whew, gonna drink to that. Cold coffee. Know thyself. Don't fret if someone else doesn't understand your vision. You are envisioning a bigger trajectory right now, and if you feel like you're having trouble sharing your idea with others, it may be their limited capacity to dream that is the issue. Give your vision some time to stew and bubble before you seek external validation. Allow it time to culminate and mature. Don't clip the wings of your limitless life because other people around you cannot see the world as expansively as you can. Tune out the noise of external validation. Create your content with you in mind. Set your own bar. Create from your heart without external factors at the helm of your project. Forget about your audience for a short amount of time. Forget about what anyone else will say or think. Tune out the noise of the external validation. This is the only way to really move on your own creative beat and to find your own inner compass. If you are struggling with your creative north, it is time to pause. You've been searching too frantically. You won't find it somewhere outside yourself. Looking at what other people are doing is not making it any easier on you. Tune out the external noise. Throw on a headset, light a candle in your heart, and groove to your favorite drum beat and relax. Your creative north is on its way. Seek your vibe, not your tribe. It is time to decide what feels right to you. You are totally capable of discerning when your creative baby is ready. And when an idea is really fabulous, you'll know. Don't wait for others to pat you on the back. Don't wait for them to build up your ego around a project. Don't wait. Find your own encouragement and your own confidence to launch an idea with internal validation as your guide. So, couple journal prompts. When do you rely on someone else's opinion, and whose perspective is the most important when there is a difference of opinion? How can you learn to be your own compass? When is your optimal time to seek a second opinion? How can you use external validation as a way to market test and better understand your audience without relying on it for inspiration? In your current situation, you must have the only voice that matters. What does your heart say? Hand on heart, tuning everything else out. What does your heart say? Seek your vibe, not your tribe. And tune out the noise of external validation, baby, because you are fucking amazing. Tune it out. Tune it out. You don't need it. Remember your why. Remember you're a badass. And follow what fucking lights you up. And the thing is, if you don't know how to listen to your own internal compass, if you don't know your internal guidance system, if you're not sure how to get started knowing yourself, that's where human design comes in. I swear I did not plan this, y'all. You saw me shuffle. But a great place to start is human design. Not because it tells you who you are and gives you external validation, but because it is a system that what it does is it gives you permission to play and experiment with how you were designed, not what everybody else says that you should be and how you should be and what you should do and how you should act. And one of the biggest things is that we learn how to trust ourselves, how to best make decisions, how our energy best works in the world. So if you're interested in a reading, grab one below. We'll pull cards like this. We'll have a conversation, answer any questions that you got, and we'll go from there. If you want an upgrade to adding human design, your human design to the mix and the conversation and how and what this is going to look like for you and possible struggles and extra journal prompts and like everything else, click the link below for that one. But no matter what, you are so fucking amazing. And I love you. And you are limitless. You are a fucking badass. And judging by these cards, November is going to be a fucking amazing month. Just remember to stay true to you no matter what. Because your heart opinion is all that really matters. See you soon.